Alright guys, I just want to apologize to y'all in advance. I just recently, in the last couple of weeks, started making videos. I felt like it was, wanted to take it upon myself to make it my responsibility to get some truth out there to Americans, to anybody who wants to listen. Hopefully in the near future, I can do some more research on making better videos for y'all. But for now, this is what I got, and I just wanted to make y'all aware of a situation. You may have to get annoyed by some ads or whatever that pops up here, but some of y'all still may not be aware of this situation, and it's pretty damn interesting that there's this mysterious boom that's been heard all over the nation, and apparently nobody knows what the hell it is. Yeah, it's a real bizarre thing. I pulled up like 5 videos here. I'm going to show to you guys, and y'all can check it out. And then if you go to YouTube and look it up, you'll probably see hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of more like this. And something big is going on, because this has happened nationwide, and nobody knows what the hell it is. And I wanted to make sure my viewers were aware. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and show y'all some videos, and if I load some of these up and y'all have to listen to some annoying commercials, I apologize in advance. I just want to keep y'all up to speed what's going on, but for now I'm going to shut it and let the videos speak for themselves. That's it. That's all I got.
A loud boom, sounding almost like an explosion, was reported across Wichita on Saturday afternoon. Many people heard it, but there are still a whole lot of unanswered questions surrounding that strange noise. KSN's Lindsay Cobb looked into it and spoke with one local man who may have actually caught it on tape. That's in our continuing coverage tonight.
Listen carefully. Ken Swarm caught that sound on one of the security cameras at his southwest Wichita home. The abrupt noise in the recording lines up with reports of a boom in his neighborhood.
It's the only audible sound for 30 minutes that I could find during that time frame.
Swarm and many others didn't hear a thing, but for those who did, the noise was startling.
Very loud boom. It shook the house.
But no one can clear up what happened. No earthquakes were reported during that time, and there weren't any power outages. Some say it sounded like a sonic boom, but McConnell Air Force Base told KSN on Saturday that they weren't aware of the sound and couldn't account for it. Today, McConnell and Sedgwick County Dispatch told me they didn't have any new information on the strange sound. And while officials can't tell us much of anything about what happened on Saturday, we know from those who report hearing the boom in areas just like this one that there are no visible signs of any damage.
Did you see anything?
No.
Anyone injured to your knowledge?
Not that I know of.
So if you heard it, you're not the only one. But what exactly caused it may remain a mystery. In Southwest Wichita, Lindsay Cobb, KSN News.
At least 13 people...
Life is a journey. Reese Nichols agents are focused on that journey in more ways than just buying and selling houses. They're with you every step of the way, bringing the support of the company behind them. Together, you'll get to the place you want to be today and tomorrow.
Serious booms. We received several reports of some loud noises throughout the Kansas City metro. So, new at 641 Action News reporter Shannon Halligan looked into what may be causing these suspicious sounds.
In this YouTube video, you can hear what sounds like an explosion.
The video posted in late December shows it happen several more times. Jimmy Brewer said he heard a similar boom on Sunday afternoon.
I helped sell fireworks during the summertime, and it to me sounded like it was a fairly substantial Class B firework, which is a lot bigger than what you sell at a fireworks stand.
He was out jogging in Kansas City near the Independence border, but couldn't tell where the noise came from.
Do you think it could have been like a sonic boom, or what do you
I've heard a sonic boom before when I was in the military, but it was still pretty loud.
We called Whiteman Air Force Base to see if they ran any training operations, but they didn't have any aircraft flying this past weekend. In another YouTube video, a locomotive horn goes off right before a long boom.
There are several train lines that run near the location where Jimmy said he heard the noise, but he said that's not where it came from.
I just got hired by Union Pacific, so I've heard trains. I don't believe it would have been a train.
We went to UMKC Assistant Physics Professor Paul Rulis. He didn't know the source of the noise, but said there is a way to determine the location of it.
Once you have the equations and you have the recordings, you'd be able to figure out where that sound came from, even if it was not inside the triangle made by those points.
Well, another possibility, a frostquake. This image sort of demonstrates that. It's rare, but happens when there's a rapid drop in temperature, and that causes an expansion of frozen water, creating a sort of mini explosion. And we'll continue to dig for more answers. Live in the studio, Shannon Halligan, 41 Action News.
Boom heard throughout the Wyoming Valley today. There were reports that people's houses shook and folks as far away as Mountaintop reported hearing the rumble this afternoon. Newswatch 16's Clay Lepard talked to some folks to see what they thought about the Big Bang. Clay.
Sophia, it all happened around 3.
These little chickies and little doggies are small, but they're intense.
Yeah, it's like my niece Hannah.
And you take karate?
Show them how intense you are.
Yeah! Hey!
Now finish him.
Big flavor in a little package. New little chickies and little doggies. This is how you Sonic.
Sophia, it all happened around 3:30 today. A loud boom echoed across parts of Luzerne County. For some, their houses shook. And even 8 hours after it all happened, we're still unsure what exactly caused it all. It takes a lot to wake up 12-year-old Kendra Stelz of Lake Township.
I was just sleeping, and all I heard was a big bang.
A big bang heard by more than just her. Many of you let Newswatch 16 know you heard the loud boom as well. Police and emergency officials say several fire departments were dispatched to try and locate what caused the boom in the back mountain, but they had no luck locating it, and they couldn't find any damage either.
Afterwards, me and my daughter went in the car just around the neighborhood to check the other, the people's houses who were behind that field, and we saw nothing else. So it was a mystery to us what it possibly could have been.
People here in Lake Township say what's even more surprising is that no one's been able to figure out what exactly it was. Newswatch 16 know you heard the loud boom as well. Police and emergency officials say several fire departments were dispatched to try and locate what caused the boom in the back mountain, but they had no luck locating it, and they couldn't find any damage either.
Afterwards, me and my daughter went in the car just around the neighborhood to check the other, the people's houses who were behind that field, and we saw nothing else. So it was a mystery to us what it possibly could have been.
People here in Lake Township say what's even more surprising is that no one's been able to figure out what exactly it was. Beatrice Price of Lake Township heard it, and she felt it too.
Everything vibrated. I mean, it was short. It was only a couple of seconds. But the whole house was vibrating.
Vibrating so much that her cows and pigs took cover. And that's something she says she's never seen happen like this before.
We have people that hunt and target practice and stuff like that, and there's guns and stuff like that and fireworks and stuff, but it was way louder than that.
There's been plenty of accounts of what people thought they saw, like a smoke trail in the sky. Nothing has been confirmed at this time, so for now, everyone is left to their ideas on what it could possibly be.
It sounded like an explosion. We have a gas place down the road. We thought maybe that the gas place had actually exploded, but there's no smoke or anything like that, so that was definitely not it.
And again, emergency officials still have not been able to determine what caused the loud boom that could be heard for miles. Clay Lepard, Newswatch 16 in the newsroom.
Head scratcher. All right.
At DeVry University's College of Business, we're looking for the go-getters. So if you want to learn what's been business world tested today and make an impact tomorrow, you are kind of different. DeVry University's College of Business. Different on purpose.
It was pretty violent this time. Really shook the house.
A man living in St. James City on Pine Island in Lee County wondering what's causing his house, as he puts it, violently shake. And he's not alone. We've been getting a number of calls, emails, and Facebook postings from other viewers telling us you experience the same thing. 4 in the Corner's Lisa Greenberg, working to get to the bottom of this to get you answers. Lisa?
Well, Patrick, we've been hearing a lot about sonic booms felt here in Southwest Florida for the last couple weeks. One man tells me he's felt his house shaking several times, but today it was worse than ever. What's interesting, a Navy spokesperson tells me they didn't have any aircrafts operating here around that time. For the last few weeks, it's been like clockwork.
Every time it's happened, it's been the exact same time.
10:55 a.m. every single time.
They've been keeping track of it.
Dwayne Dyer's house up on stilts, shaking like an earthquake.
You can feel it more or less starting downstairs and work its way up.
But this morning, he says it was worse than ever.
It was pretty violent this time. Really shook the house.
He's lived here for 12 years and even went through a hurricane here.
And we did get some vibrations, but this is equal to, and I think worse than, what we felt in Hurricane Charlie. So that's pretty dramatic.
Dramatic, and now a mystery. Dyer says he's heard about the sonic booms caused by naval training in the last couple weeks, but says what he felt this morning...
But I really don't think it's a sonic boom. I think it's something else. I don't know what it is, because it is. I think it's more in the ground.
And he says he would know.
And I'm a commercial pilot. I used to fly for years. I've spent years in the atmosphere, and I've never heard a sonic boom like that.
When I reached out to a Navy spokesperson to see what the deal was, I was told there weren't any jets operating in the area. So maybe Dyer is right. What's more, the twisting and shaking is causing damage to his home.
The tiles throughout the house are actually starting to pop loose. Every time this happens, it seems like 1 or 2 more tiles is getting loose.
Check out this photo of the cracked off-white tile in Dyer's home. He says the tile under this throw rug is loose.
Eventually, it's going to... We're going to have to replace the floor. Sure, it's not covered under insurance.
And as much as he'd like a fix for his floor, he's searching more for answers.
What's causing this is what I want to know.
Now, since we are near the MacDill base in Tampa, I reached out to the Air Force spokesman there to see if that's where the booms are coming from, but I haven't heard back yet. I also contacted the Lee County spokesperson who says she's not aware of anything going on locally that could be causing this, but I'll continue to keep working to get you all some answers. Live in the studio, Lisa Greenberg, Fox 4.